Running and gunning is fun, right? Arcade games had that casual magic that no matter the occasion, you always had a blast. Some of those classics were ported and made their way into our homes. In the early 90s, SNK did exactly that and brought the chaos straight to your living room, where you could mow down your enemies with your friends and never run out of quarters. So grab your
heavy machine gun
and sit tight, because today we're playing Metal Slug X. And here we are yet in another menu of a masterpiece. Only 4 options right now: arcade mission, combat school, art gallery, and options of course. We'll check them out later. For now, let's just hop into the Metal Slugging. 4 characters available: Marco, Eri, Tarma, and Fio. We're going with the yellow jacket dude like we always did.
mission 1 start.
Just like that, the game starts, and we landed in the middle of the desert without a clear clue of what we have to do. Gun and bumps in hand, the only way is forward. Visually stunning, honestly. I really love this type of art. Pair it with a fun gameplay, and I'm sure to have hours of enjoyment. And I did. When me and my cousins got together, Metal Slug was always one of the first options to play, as it meant endless fun, given that no matter how many times you die, you'll hop right back.
Heavy machine gun.
And yes, you heard that right. If you ever heard that voice line before, it's originated from this game. Running and running, shooting and shooting, this is all what this game is about. Mechanics wise, it's not that deep. There's only 3 buttons to press besides the movement ones. All you have to do is focus on that enemy in front, above, or behind you. During the game, you'll encounter many of these blunt prisoners that you will set free. They'll say thank you and reward you for your kind act. Usually they drop items that boost your score or weapons like you've seen before. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. Let's just enjoy. It's never not gonna be funny to me how after running out of all ammo, you end up shooting with the smallest of the guns and still destroy whatever is standing across from you. One thing that every level from this game has is a mini boss fight before the boss fight. That's a very safe way to measure the progress in Metal Slug. And yes, those 3 rocket launcher towers are the mini boss of the first mission. I think what makes the difficulty of big enemies in Metal Slug is not how scary or how many HP they have, but how well you deal with the minions, because they will kill you and make sure you only have a pistol. But the towers are not a problem for us. A 9mm and a dream. Another fun part of the game are the mounts. First one we encounter is the camel with the machine gun attachment. 6-year-old me was screaming goatee at this point.
Game of the year, game of the year.
Even though the Game Awards do not exist at the moment. Is that a baby? Someone say, is that a tank? Indeed, the tank is a great vehicle. Even though it's not indestructible like the camel, you can't deny how cool it looks. And it shoots cannons. But I stand by the camel's supremacy at the end of the day. Like any other game of that generation, you count it with 3 lives. The moment those lives come to 0, you get on a screen where it's usually at the arcades where you'll insert another coin. But here, you just have to press start. And it's time to meet the final boss of the first mission. A colossal armored tank that counts with a colorized cannon and a flamethrower too. Who designed that? Evidently not a problem for us and our immortal camel. A very iconic thing is this celebration after finishing each level. It has stuck with me for some reason. At the end of every stage, the game will give you a recount of how many people you saved without dying. That will give you more points for your score, not important.
Mission 2 start.
Stage 2, and we're in some sort of desert destination. First prisoner gives us a laser gun. You'll see what it does. Oh, and my camel? He's drinking some water.
Game of the year, game of the year.
Through that cave we made it to some mines, where some people are still working. Thing that you should be doing. I have to say that I really like the ambience of this area. Very dark and very real at the same time. At least until you meet the first mummy, of course. But yeah, mummies are gonna be on your way through the catacombs. I never understood what this weapon really is. It shoots dogs? Shoots cars? Both? No idea. There is even mummy dogs. And if they hit you with their growl, they'll turn you into a mummy. Kinda cool, to be honest. You can only use pistol and limited mobility you have, until you find a cure at least. The deeper you go, the more Indiana Jones it gets. In this area, the game becomes a platformer, and there's insects everywhere. Very fun. We find another of the mounts in the game. This one is not that fun, but it's very useful if your enemy is directly below you, just like that thing that just showed up. This boss fight is very dynamic. You are supposed to go up, avoiding whatever that is from eating you, while shooting down at the same time. And let's not forget, dodging the laser beam that hoards 80% of the screen. Good thing that the game knows that using your pistol can make the game take years to beat. So here and there, they will drop you random weapons to speed up the process. How tall can this tower be? There is no end to the tower, but the boss definitely has one. We beat him, and that's how.
Mission complete.
And we are well on our way to mission 3. There is 6 missions in total, I believe. Seems like we're boarding the train of that army, and these guys need some help with their supper. This stage is the definition of run and gun, constantly running forward in a moving train, climbing and jumping between wagons. Oh, you can also get super fat. All you have to do is eat a lot, just like in real life. And now you're big and slow, but your weapons somehow got all big and chunky as well. In Metal Slug, there is no way to get bored. There is always something going on in any direction or altitude. Also, every boss fight brings something different to the table, so it's not like you can recycle your strategies. Besides, this plane does not shoot cannons. It drops tanks directly at you. Straight maniac behavior. Mind you, that was a mini boss. The action in this level continues through some more wagons, until you're hit with another decision, tank or aircraft. We already did tank, so time to fly a little. I don't even like planes in general, but I can't deny that this element on a game like Metal Slug is very fitting. Quick change in the scenery because it's time to meet and greet that Gundam / Megazord. Creative team definitely worked overtime on those bosses. Oh, the airplane also breaks, so we can confirm that Camel is a goat. In case you were trying to shoot from below, this boss squats 2 plates and will make you pay for it. This boss does get atrociously challenging out of nowhere, but I'm all up for the task if it's plausible. We beat him, we hit the cool pose, and
Mission 4.
here we go. The events of this mission take place in some town on the continent of Asia. Out of my memory, I remember very well that this is the map with the most food available, so it's pretty easy to get fat here. So much going on the screen at the same time. Good thing that when you get killed, you're no longer a big bad, because this part requires mobility and a lot of luck. Back to platforming one more time, which is appreciated in a heavy action-packed experience like Metal Slug. Crossing through the water, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men guarding the prisoner. You will think that he holds a crazy weapon, right? No, he just follows you and does this. And now he follows you around until he receives some damage. And aliens decide to make their first appearance, because yes, there is a little bit of everything in here. They are not a problem to deal with, not right now at least. Just tricky to hit, because aiming in 2D games was not really a thing. Running and running, eating and eating, until we find another tank that will make our life easier, given that we can now shoot diagonally. The action continues when this Titanic-sized boss decides to appear. It's like they just had cannons and call it a day. At the end, I had to duke it out with my pistol and bombs. Finish him with the retry machine gun. 8 out of 10 for this boss.
Mission 5.
The army is ready for you at this point, with big numbers of enemies and everyone is holding explosives. Honestly, they gave me more trouble than some bosses. Like I said before, Metal Slug keeps it fresh by adding random elements, like in this case, a train that's about to stomp you over, but you can shoot to stop it, having you to repeatedly press the shoot button until it breaks. You continue advancing in the train tracks and find a suspicious door guarded by 2 army men and a lock. Evidently, we're going in. Inside, we find some sort of lab/sewers that for some reason reminds me of that Mortal Kombat map. Wall crawling mutants are everywhere, so that's what we're dealing with right now. Not difficult, but creepy. Back then, I used to be scared of zombies, but I don't remember being afraid of this part. Conveniently enough, we find another of those jumping mounts. Chances are that the next fight is coming from below, and indeed, a submarine emerges from the green water. This fight is okay. Evade and shoot and throw bombs, it just takes a long time. Vertical Cuphead, it's a good way to describe it, but definitely not a problem for our semi-automatic pistol. Boss number 5, it's taken down.
Final mission.
This one is my favorite mission of them all. They took the challenge up a notch in a very enjoyable way. Playing this once again brought back so much memories, even though I think we used to play the first version, but I'm not too sure.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Things get serious when this guy shows up because he is super fast and gets ketchup red when you shoot at him, but he falls within the 15-second mark. So in reality, he wasn't all that. Moving forward, we go inside a warehouse, and it's here where aliens ditch their ships and start shooting at us. Their bullets are slow, but they chase you. Very problematic. Also, why is every prisoner blonde? Seems targeted. It's not surprising, but you can realize now that army and aliens are working together. That's how deadly the clock is. We exit the warehouse and get a small cut scene where what I believe is the leader of the army gets betrayed by the intergalactic force. There is no dialogue, so you can only speculate on the reasons. Immediately afterwards, the UFO that's given final boss energy decides to take on us. He uses that ray to attack us and lets some dogs out. But there's nothing they can do against unlimited lives and rounds. The flying thing is defeated, goes down, and immediately goes up, where it fits perfectly in a larger aircraft. A second fight begins, this time humanity versus aliens, since the army is now on our side. This fight is intense. Dopamine addicted people will enjoy this. Even the Hadouken prisoner takes a stand against the aliens. Avengers Endgame vibes right now. And after a minute of pure powder, the alien mothership takes the defeat and goes down. Apparently the leader of the army is still alive. And that's the ending of the Metal Slug X campaign.
Mission all over.
You get your results, how many times you tried, and the credits roll up. A timeless masterpiece, and also one of the very few games I could complete as a kid. I'm thankful for all of the good times it gave my cousins and I'm also thankful for you watching this video. The game ends with this image of peace forever, and you get thrown back to the main menu, where there is now an extra option called another mission. It holds a couple of fun missions like escort and defend the baby from the aliens. Yes, the baby. And jumping while surviving 2 knives being thrown at you. I don't need to explain what's within the art gallery, right? And finally we have the combat school, which is where you can replay levels under more difficult conditions, like the timer never stops, or only 1 life through the whole stage. Now for me, I'm not that much of a sweat. But as for now, that is all Metal Slug has to offer. If you like the video, do hit the like button and subscribe. It helps me out a lot and might help others find the video too. Don't forget that you can follow me in my other socials and tell me what your favorite animal is. With nothing else to say, happy Monday and good night.
Na sequência do trepa-trepa que ela fica muito louca. Quer dar uma rebolada, quer dar beijo na boca, joga